Hey there guys and gals, I am that 80s nostalgic toy guy, and today on the channel we are debuting a new toy creator. It's SooSoo Toys, and it's the 1/6 scale unlicensed rendition of Bloodsport.
Who the fuck is Bloodsport?
Robert Dubois, a world-class marksman.
From 2021's The Suicide Squad. SooSoo Toys makes a lot of cool figures, most unlicensed, and this is one of those. They're calling this 1/6 scale figure of Bloodsport the Tactician. Well, let's get tactical and get the Tactician out of this box. Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to the collector's table.
Welcome back.
We just watched 2021's The Suicide Squad the other day for a umpteenth time.
Ratatouille, what do you got?
Bird. My daughter loves the film series Suicide Squad and The Suicide Squad. Angie and I love the movies, and we love the figures that are in the films, and we love collecting those figures. And it doesn't matter if the figures are made by popular brands like Hot Toys and Sideshow Collectibles and Mondo and Hasbro and Mattel and all those awesome toy creators, but there are a lot of third-party toy creators that are just as awesome at making these toys, these action figures, these collectibles, and SooSoo Toys is one of those. So today we're debuting an unboxing of SooSoo Toys. I have a couple SooSoo Toys in my collection and I love them, and I've got a lot more to unbox for the channel. So go ahead and hit that like button on this video for me real quick. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. And go ahead and hit that notification bell. That way you don't miss out on those future SooSoo Toys unboxings. So you can find out who they are and I can deliver them to you.
Special delivery!
I have a package for you.
Thank you all for watching, and thank you all for all you do to make my channel the success that it is. I appreciate each and every one of you. Now, let's get Bloodsport, aka the Tactician, the 1/6 scale rendition of Bloodsport by SooSoo Toys, out of this box. Before we get Bloodsport, aka the Tactician, out of this box, let's go ahead and look at that box art. You see that you've got the Tactician right there on the front part of this box. You have this really cool SooSoo Toys logo right there. I really like their logo. It's really cool. And down at the bottom, you have there the Tactician logo with the 1/6 scale logo right down there. And then the rest of this box is just a little cream colored with some speckles on it. And then also, if you look really close, you can see a blurry photo wrapped around this box of a parking garage or a building within the city on the island of Corto Maltese, which of course is the island where Bloodsport, aka the Tactician, along with his other Black Ops buddies, including Harley Quinn, Peacemaker, King Shark, among others, are sent on a deadly mission.
I'm the one who called you.
What a film. What a crazy, awesome, funny, cool opening to that film as well. Some funky characters at the beginning of that film that were like, these guys aren't going to be in the film for long, are they? They were not in the film for long. They are not real cool mercenaries. They are not real cool Black Ops, Special Ops characters. I mean, come on. A javelin, a guy who throws a rubber ball, and a guy whose arms come off? Come on. One of the coolest and funniest openings to an action film in recent memory.
Did anyone check on where the weasel could swim?
All that aside, it's time to open up this box and see what this Tactician figure looks like by SooSoo Toys. This is my very first look. I just took the wrapping off this thing, so I'm excited to get this thing out of the box. Let's take a look at Bloodsport, the Tactician. Just a simple two-piece box here. All right, I always like these sleeves on the inside of these boxes that kind of show us the figure. That's a cool little artwork there of Bloodsport, the Tactician, this 1/6 scale figure. That's pretty cool by SooSoo Toys. Let's go ahead and check this figure out.
So just do it! Make your dreams come true!
Boom! Right there, there's our first look. Looking pretty cool inside there right now, but let's get that plastic off. Oh man, SooSoo Toys gave us some goodies inside this packaging. Let's check those goodies out. I just get real excited about my action figures, my toys, my collectibles. It's my hobby. It's just what I do. It's what I like. It's what I love to do. And that's why I'm here on YouTube. That's why I'm here in front of you. Thank you all for watching. I thank you all! Now let's get Bloodsport, the Tactician, out of this box. Am I the only one that likes the smell of the new toys, the fresh toys, the hot off the presses toys, the plastic, the smell of opening up these new boxes of action figures, toys, and collectibles? Go ahead and leave me some comments. I want to know that I'm not alone, because I really love that smell.
Do you smell it? That smell.
And then when that smell mixes with my older vintage boxes and toys that are in my collection, it makes a really cool smell. I love the smell of my hobby room. Hey, leave me some comments about that. Just an observation. Just an observation. Alright, let's finish getting the Tactician out of the box. When I said that there were some goodies, there are 2 layers of goodies. Right now I'm loving this SooSoo Toys figure. Look for a link in the description section under the helpful links little tab that I put down in the description section for a link to neogeektoys.com to get yourself one of these figures, because after you watch this unboxing and review video, I think you're going to want one for yourself, especially if you're the Suicide Squad 2021 film fan, or if you're a Bloodsport fan.
Are you in or out? Good.
Alright guys and gals, there is that awesome head sculpt by SooSoo Toys in the image of Mr. Idris Elba, who played Bloodsport. I think that head sculpt is spot on. At first look, that looks to be very amazing. Those eyes are just piercing. That facial hair is awesome. His head of hair is amazing. And every wrinkle and every curve of his face looks to be Idris Elba to me. Go ahead and stay tuned for the close-up video that follows this unboxing and review video and find out for yourself. Now let's go over the rest of this figure, these accessories, these weapons, and this totally awesome stand. When you wow me with the stand, you've really done a good job. And when I pulled this stand out of the packaging, it was the wow factor for me. Speaking of that totally awesome figure stand, here it is. Just an easy little snap together figure stand. But look at that right there.
Do you see? Do you see?
Yes, yes, I see!
I love in the Suicide Squad film when the Tactician, or Bloodsport, puts on his helmet and he has that awesome face. And they put that face of that helmet on this figure stand and this metal-like appearance here all over this thing. That's a really cool stand. We're going to snap it together, set it down here and get it ready. Take this totally awesome armored and head sculpted the Tactician figure by SooSoo Toys and set it down on this figure stand. Here's looking at you, kid. Oh man, I have just so much fun with these characters. It's an awesome feeling when a character fits on a figure stand and stands there really nicely and doesn't really waver around on the figure stand. Never mind this totally awesome hand sculpt here that's in my hand. This is in no way my reflection of my love for you. This is just a hand that SooSoo Toys made in reference to one of the cool scenes in the Suicide Squad. There are a total of 4 sets of hands, including this totally awesome, cool middle finger hand right here. Those hands that hold will find their way on the Tactician, and we're going to move on to those other accessories and weapons to see just what we're going to put in those hands that hold. Alright guys and gals, you may wonder why I'm holding up 2 pieces here with this second head sculpt that is the mask that Bloodsport, aka the Tactician, wears. Well, what SooSoo Toys has done has made an elongated neck that has a magnet on top of it that attaches to a magnet that's inside the bottom of this helmet. So you simply take this piece, pop the helmet on top of there, and it's magnetized there, and you have this elongated neck that when you take off this head sculpt over here, you can place that in there, and you have that awesome head sculpt of that mask.
Yes! That's awesome!
In the close-up videos, you'll see it a little bit better, but that mask is really awesome, really menacing. It's got some damage to it. That's cool. I love when they put the damage effects on there. It makes it look more lifelike and more real. Good job, SooSoo Toys, on these two head sculpts. At this moment, I am not going to mess with this head sculpt. I absolutely love this head sculpt. I bought this SooSoo Toys figure because of this head sculpt right here. This head sculpt and this likeness of Idris Elba looks amazing. This figure has all the awesome articulation that you would expect from one of these cool 1/6 scale figures. Up here across the shoulders, into the elbows, and the wrists that we just went over. Because we have all these hands, we got to be able to have some dexterity in those wrists. This figure moves really nicely there at the waist. Even with all this awesome armor on here, his hips move very well. His knees move really well. This is a single jointed knee down here. And then we have some cool, awesome movement there at the ankles. Which, as a fellow collector, you know is important, because if you're doing action poses, you need that dexterity, that movement, that motion, and that ankle for those action poses. So really, really good job by SooSoo Toys.
Great job. Great job.
Because he's wearing these totally awesome brown boots that he wears in the film, and they make it look seamless where the joint is there at the ankle. Now you'll see this better in the close-up video, but as you look there, you see that awesome copper-looking armor that he wears, and some of that black armor that's underneath that. That is really nice. Really, really screen accurate. Love it, love it, love it.
Love it, love it, love it.
We have more of the same on the back. Those coppers, those silvers, and those grays, and some black. Really cool figure here. If you're an Idris Elba fan, if you're a Bloodsport fan, if you are the Suicide Squad movie fan, you're going to want this figure.
Trust me.
Before we go over the actual weapons that are accessories, you'll see that he's got weapons around his belt loop here too. He has a cool little box cutter knife here that's up on his shoulder. And if you look on each calf here, he has more armor, and in that armor, he can carry other weapons. Just a totally awesome 1/6 scale figure here by SooSoo Toys. We only have the accessories, the weapons to go over, and then it's the close-up video of SooSoo Toys' 1/6 scale rendition of Bloodsport, aka the Tactician, from 2021's The Suicide Squad. Alright guys and gals, we have a plethora of weapons here. We're going to quickly go over them. I've already changed out those hands that are fists for two hands that hold, so let's get these weapons gone over and get a couple of them in the Tactician's hand. We have a total of 4 modular rifles, and we're going to start out with the biggest one first, and it's this big bad boy here that we see Bloodsport, aka the Tactician here, use in the Suicide Squad film. This thing right here has amazing detail, and this thing is going to be shown in the close-up video, but look at all that detail. And not only does it have that detail, but look at what they've done with the end of this rifle, that rotation right there, that extra mile right there on those pieces. That's really cool. That big, huge rifle right there is amazing. We've got these 2 twin smaller rifles here that you see him use in the film. These things are really cool, and this stuff just looks really accurate to the film. Really good job, SooSoo Toys. And then we have this more regular looking rifle. Really cool. Tons of weapons for this marksman. And then we have that small little Derringer pistol, because when all else fails, you get that handgun and he does some damage. And then of course, Bloodsport, aka the Tactician, has a sword. So SooSoo Toys added in that sword. This thing is pretty cool. And then last but not least is what they're calling a meteor hammer here with a string on it that he could actually swing and do some damage with that. Before I bid you adieu, let's go ahead and put some weapons in his hands. I like to mix it up, so I'm going to put a sword in his left hand. We're just going to pop it in there, just like that. His fingers and thumb move very well. They're very valuable. They fit around that sword very well. Now let's get a rifle in that right hand. And you guessed it, we're going with the big boy. Let's see if he can hold this and still stand up on this stand. So we're going to get that big old hand wrapped around this big old gun. It does take some work to get that hand wrapped around that uniquely made handle right there on this gun. So I found it easier just to take the hand off the figure, work it on there, and now we're going to attach it back to the figure. Just like that.
I'm an assassin! Why would I share my liabilities?
And there we go. Bloodsport, aka the Tactician, this 1/6 scale figure by SooSoo Toys, in the likeness of 2021's The Suicide Squad Bloodsport, is ready for battle. I am that 80s nostalgic toy guy. Go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't already. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel. And hit that notification bell. That way you don't miss out on any future SooSoo Toys unboxings, the Suicide Squad unboxings, and just all my videos in general. We're slicing and dicing our way out of this video. We'll see you again real soon. Now that was fun, wasn't it? Now go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the fun on the channel. We'll see you again real soon.